Well, hello all. I I decided I wanted to try and make a couple of videos. I don't know why exactly, but I basically do sculpting and I like to do modeling and that sort of thing. So I don't really know what any of this is really going to be, but I thought, what the heck? I would get in on it since I like watching the YouTube videos. I thought maybe I would try something. So first one's just sort of a test to see how I sound on camera, for one thing. And also, this is just kind of a quickie thing. So, on a lot of the things that I'm seeing, I see a lot of people using these little clip things to put just stab it into, there's a pointy bottom here, and they just kind of stab it into some foam and use these little alligator clip things as a as a way to hold little model pieces while they're being painted. So my thought is I would figure out how to make some of these. So I picked up a huge pile of these little alligator clip thingies from Amazon, and I thought I would figure out how to make some of these. So let me assemble all the stuff that I'm going to need to do some of this, and I will be right back. Okay, so what I've got basically are a bunch of bamboo skewers that you use to cook things with, on the grill or whatever. You put food on there and cook them. These little alligator clips, like I say, that I found on Amazon. There were the pack of 50 of them was something like $4 or $5. I've got a pair of pliers. Just to be fancy, I have some shrink wrap film, these little collar things that use for electronics, which is just kind of a big rubber tube that once you put it on something and you hit it with a heat gun, it shrinks it all around. I've got some super glue. I've got some kicker for the super glue. And I've also got my cocktail in the cool little mug thing that my friend Jim got. So, what I picture what my YouTube channel, if such a thing ever comes to pass, would be called something like Model Kits and Mai Tais. So, I plan to have a cocktail and relax with a model kit. So basically, so what the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting the skewer, which in this case fits fairly well, into the little area here. I'm going to take a pair of pliers and crimp down. There's two little pointy ends on these things that I would assume are meant to go around wiring. I think these are technically supposed to be used for wiring, but can be used for all kinds of different things. Then what I'm going to do is add a drop of glue onto there just to keep it secure. Add a little bit of the kicker, and then ultimately, when this is dry, which is pretty much dry now, I'm going to just sort of tidy this up a bit and just slide one of these little collars onto this, and then with the once I get all the rest of these done, I'll do it all at the same time. I'll shrink these down, and I will be right back with that once I get a couple more of these finished out. Okay, so I've got these all assembled. I've got the shrink tubing collar in place, what I'm going to do is take my handy heat gun here. It's going to be loud, so I'm not going to be talking much during the next little portion, but you'll see as these kind of heat up, it shrinks around and makes a nice sort of finished looking thing that doesn't look like it's just been kind of boogadied together with by somebody in their garage, which it has. So what you do is it starts to heat up, it'll shrink, but you want to kind of rotate it. So you can see the difference between the shrunk one and the not yet shrunk one. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and I'll be right back. All right, and these are ready to go. So again, what you can do is put little little parts. I just finished up this kit, which is like the little snap together Back to the Future DeLorean from round 2, and a lot of the parts that I that were on this needed to be painted and whatnot, and spray painted, so it was easy to utilize these little clip things, and then just stick them into a piece of styrofoam and hold it while it was being painted, or hold it by hand while you're airbrushing or whatever, and like that. So anywho, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it very much, if anybody is watching this. And I would imagine that I will be back with some other videos, maybe even with a title page and some music, and depending if I can figure out some sort of software to edit these things. I like doing models, and it'll be fun to see if I can pass along anything that I happen to know. I'm no professional by any stretch of the imagination, but I might have a trick or two up my sleeve, and my kit seemed to turn out all right. So anyway, like I say, that's it, and enjoy. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.